I'm making spinach with poached eggs. I'm gonna serve it on quinoa. Who doesn't like saying quinoa? I have 10 cups of spinach, and I'm sauteing it in just about a tablespoon of olive oil. If you want to, you can cover your pan. Now that my spinach is wilted, after like a minute, I'm gonna add 3/4 of a cup of cilantro. Stir that in. I'm gonna season with some salt. My water's simmering. I'm gonna add a little bit of white vinegar, about a teaspoon. The vinegar is gonna help set the egg white, so when you add your eggs, the egg white doesn't go flying all over the place. Should take about 2 to 3 minutes. I have some quinoa over here, already cooked. Brown rice would also be really good. I like to serve this in a bowl. A little bit of quinoa, nice and fluffy. I use a ratio of 1 cup of quinoa to 1 1/3 cups of water. A little bit of spinach, a little egg, maybe a drizzle of oil, sprinkle of salt. And I would say you have a breakfast, lunch, or dinner that anybody will enjoy, and really low fat, really healthy, really, really delicious. Today's a very special day here at Everyday Food because we have Erin Goyaga from Canal et Vini, one of our favorite blogs, to share a recipe with us.
We're gonna make cranberry and quinoa scones, which I think will be perfect for the holidays. So we have already measured 1/3 of a cup of quinoa flour and 1/3 of a cup of tapioca starch. We'll add a cup of brown rice flour. Then we'll add 1/3 of a cup of natural sugar, a cup of quinoa flakes, add a tablespoon of baking powder.
If you have a small orange, Erin suggests the whole orange.
And this is half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. And then we're just gonna whisk them together. We have some fresh cranberries, so I'm gonna just process them until they're coarse. Just coarse.
You're looking for, coarsely chopped. So this is half a cup of coconut milk mixed with 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. And you grate your butter.
Exactly.
So that's 10 tablespoons. I'm gonna whisk 1 egg into my half a cup of coconut milk, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and 1 large egg.
And then, typical, make a little well.
And you're gonna just mix it in.
Yes. And just mix it with the spatula for now. Right now, the point is just to get everything a little bit mixed. And then, so at this point, we add cranberries. We're gonna dust the bottom with a little bit of the brown rice flour and a little bit of the top. I want a thick 3/4 inch, so I'm just gonna roll it a little bit. This is about a 2-inch cookie cutter. So we are gonna dip a little bit in the brown rice flour so it doesn't stick to the dough. And cut out pieces, and as you see,
They're
I would
already
say this
thick.
is about 1 inch,
Yeah.
And they'll stay like that. They won't rise a lot more.
These need an egg wash, so we have 1 more egg, whisk.
Yes, and we'll top them with a little bit of coarse demerara sugar in the raw.
A little bit of the
sugar.
sugar and a little bit more quinoa flakes also, just for crunch.
That's it. We have the oven preheated at 400, and it's hard to say how long they will take because it depends on the oven, but I would say about 18 minutes.
Here are the
Shall we eat
delicious scones. I want to try one. They're delicate and nutty. Delicious scones, great recipe, excellent guest. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Sarah.
Today's recipe, quinoa with tilapia. I have 1 cup of quinoa. Put it into a 2-quart pot. Add 1 1/2 cups water, a teaspoon of salt, and then all you do is bring it to a boil, cover it, and cook it for about 15 minutes. Tilapia is a great starter fish, seasoned with salt and paprika on both sides. It's about 3/4 of a teaspoon all told. Heat your nonstick skillet. This is a large nonstick skillet, so add 1 1/2 teaspoons of oil. Add your fish in a single layer. If you need to, you can do this in 2 batches and cook about 4 minutes per side. I need to hurry up and ABP the rest of my salad, otherwise my fish will overcook. So dice a half an English cucumber. You're basically making a quinoa tabbouleh, 1/3 of a cup of fresh dill. Time to turn the fish. I have 1 1/2 ounces of feta cheese. I'm gonna crumble that right into the salad. The cheese can go right in with your cucumbers and stuff, but now I wanna wait until the quinoa is done because I wanna dress everything all together. And I think my fish might be done. I'm gonna remove the fish from the pan so it doesn't continue cooking. Place it flat on a plate. When all the liquid is absorbed, turn the quinoa off and just let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes to absorb all of the moisture and fluff a little bit, and then take a fork and fluff it. Dress your salad with olive oil, lemon juice, and salt. I'm so happy. I love quinoa so much. You're gonna be really excited about quinoa and fish after you make this 20-minute dinner. Taste it and say, oh my gosh, quinoa and tilapia. A match made in heaven.